Welcome to another episode of Dark Skies. News and information coming to you live from Los Angeles, California, from the Bay to LA. And we back. This weekend, we got a little weather coming through California, and things are getting worse with our economy. Well, our rights are going out the window. So we're going to talk a little bit about U.S. government corruption and the rights of Americans. Well, make yourselves comfortable, light them if you got them. You found the #1 podcast in all of the multiverse. Wow. Light them if you got them. And you know how we do. Be right back. A few seconds. Oh man, oh my God. Yeah, you listening to Dark Skies, it's the weekend, the weather's coming in, we got all our friends and family joining us. I mean, I hope y'all ready for a real one, because Dark Skies News and Information is here to hit you with more news and information. Can you believe some of the stuff that we're going through as the United States fall into an economic recession, it seems. I mean, our economy is definitely taking a hit. As more mandates are passed and more jobs are laying off workers due to vaccine restrictions and mandates, and then you get people getting laid off, and then you got people who, what can I say, stayed at work and took the shot, and but don't really know the jobs of the people who are refusing the shots. So now you have a vacuum. Now you got help wanted signs everywhere. You got businesses shutting down here in California due to the wacky laws of the Democrats, or should I say the Democrats. It's crazy because the laws here in California is basically forcing businesses to take it on the chin, as homeless people are coming in and robbing them blind. And I mean, stores like Walgreens are closing. You got Walmart closing. You got businesses leaving California, and definitely the Bay Area, as the laws are preferred to allow all the theft to continue, as billions of dollars are being lost. So let's stop and take a look. How on earth are you supposed to run a business? Simple mathematics, folks. If you make $20,000 in a day and you lose $11,000 in inventory a day, then you're really only making $9,000 a day. Now, is that enough to cover your overhead if you're like a Walgreens or a Walmart? I mean, of course, you make money from all your other stores, but we're not talking about your other stores. I mean, you do this on an individual store. You look at it and you see if you're taking a loss or if you're making a profit. So the stores in California are taking it on the chin because they're basically taking a loss because people are not, understanding the value of not stealing or not having crime continue to eat at your profits or your bottom line. So you got people who are being laid off left and right. You have the economy going into the tank. We have inflation as the price of everything goes up. You have a backup for deliveries, right? We have stuff still floating out in the ocean, as the president said that he's going to open the border up 24/7 because he wants to get the economy rolling. He want to get this stuff, import and to the distribution centers and out to the stores, so you can make money, or so somebody can steal it, because that's what's been happening. You go through all the trouble of getting their products to the stores and on the store shelves, only to have somebody just fill a basket up and push the basket out with thousands of dollars worth of your merchandise. And security is powerless to stop it, because, well, the laws say that, if you try to stop these guys, basically you're wasting your time. There's no laws in place. The police doesn't even think that they should bother showing up when called, when it comes to anything to deal with the homeless. They ignore it. So you got violence, you got, homeless people sleeping in the street, and that's the least of our concerns. But then you got the drug use and the violence and the constant theft. So we as Americans continue to lose our rights as forced mandates hit us, and we don't have rights to say no. We don't have rights to criticize the vaccine. We don't have rights to criticize the government. But fuck that. I criticize the government on a daily basis, as Democrats and dumb publicans are continuing to fight for a power struggle that, well, the Republicans seem destined to lose. And the Democrats seem destined to destroy the country and our way of life. Not to mention strip us of our God-given rights, natural rights, our rights as U.S. citizens. And we look this problem in the mouth, right? Like I look Trojan horse in the mouth and I see eyes looking back at me, because there's people in there. This problem repeats itself all around the world, and we look at the world continue to fall into chaos as leaders, portray their oath, the oath to protect the rights of the people that are, under them, in their territory, in their country, in their states, cities. Doesn't matter. Your city councils are tripping. Your state governments are tripping. The House. And like I said, the one-party system that we currently live under, as the Democrats go unchecked. No checks, no balances, as the judicial system is Democrats. The executive office or executive branch, Democrats. And then you have the House, it's Democrats. So basically we're living under a one-party system where the Democrats can go without being checked. And Republicans still, have a silent voice, even though they're trying to say something. But nobody seems to hear it. It's not resonating. People don't understand what's being said when the Republicans say that, well, they're just cheating and they took that's how they get the White House. Okay, they're cheating. Don't just call them out. Put the information out there. Put them on blast. You have to gain the trust of the American people, Republicans, because the Americans don't trust you. For many years, Republicans, you've been, out of reach or out of touch, if you will, with reality. And I ain't talking about a simulated reality. I'm just talking about the reality that we experience every day, what we perceive and what's in front of our eyes. High crime, high inflation. It costs more to get anything, to get food, to get gas. And in California right here, we're the highest taxed group of citizens in the country. Oh my God, the taxation is ridiculous here in California. We get taxed for everything. And the cost of living is high. Why? So you can live in a state where people are sleeping on the street, where you get laid off because of your vaccination, where you stand. Have you got vaccinated or not? Whatever happened to HIPAA? Whatever happened to your rights, to privacy, your right to choose, your rights, period. Man, we sit around and we ask ourselves every day, what exactly is happening? What's going on in front of us? Is this real? As the NBA force mandates vaccines on the players of the NBA. But then you get pushback, right? In the craziest sectors, and the doctors are saying they don't want the shot. Nurses are saying they don't want the shot. These are health professionals, folks. The police department are saying that they don't want the shots. Government workers are saying they don't want the shots. The military is saying they don't want the shots. As military layoffs are beginning, as they're getting ready to lay off a bunch of military active duty members because they don't want the shot. So what are we seeing, folks? We're seeing a world where nobody has rights. We're seeing a world where nobody can stand up for themselves, stand up for others. And it's funny because even people who've taken the shot said that it shouldn't be a mandate. So they're like, you know what, people should have a right to choose. Even though I got the shot, you know, it's up to you whether you get the shot. Shouldn't be mandatory. Should be a choice. So I applaud, Texas for, taking a stand against these unconstitutional mandates. And yes, I say unconstitutional because I've been saying it from the jump. Your oath deniers of the Democratic Party are not honoring the Constitution of the United States or the Bill of Rights or our rights as humans to control our own bodies and the body and the health of our children, to make the decisions for ourselves, for the people that we care about, or maybe even a real media that tells you the truth, like Dark Skies News and Information. The mainstream media seems to kowtow to Democratic rule. Or is it because they're Democrats too? Like I said, if you control the narrative, you can control perception. You can control what people think. They turn on the news and they say, Americans are un-American if they don't get vaccinated. And if you criticize, the media, you look stupid as you get banned and ostracized for just standing up or telling the truth or just saying what you feel. Now, I say what the fuck I feel every day because I feel like, I owe it to you. All my listeners, all the people who download this show, what's up, Arizona? All my friends around the world who listen to this podcast, who takes a few minutes out of their day, download the show, and they listen to the real. We talk about the weather, right? About that pop-up lightning storm that that our scientists missed, right? It just rolled in on us. And now they're telling us, we're going to have, a lot of rain, at the beginning of the week. Monday, to be exact. Okay, we're going to have a lot of rain, right? So, as much as 2 inches is what they're predicting. So, I'm saying it's been raining. It's raining stupidity. It's raining dumb shit. We're looking at all this stuff that's happening around us and nobody is waking up. Nobody sees this. Nobody sees the lack of government support when it comes to, your rights. They don't see the restrictions, huh? They don't see the pilots of all the airlines, that are forcing mandates or saying, I don't want the shot. So you got planes on the ground, you got delays in flights. You got flight stewardesses saying, I'm not going to take the shot. So now you got a shortage of them. I see help wanted signs everywhere because there's nobody that want to work in this industry where you've been forced to take a vaccination that you just don't want. Where are our rights, people? How come we can't stand up together? Well, I'm the voice of reason. I'm the people's champ. I'm the one that the people rely on for real information. Now, I will try to be positive, but it's hard, people. It's hard because I'll be lying to you if I told you, everything's hunky-dory. Come and get a piece of this American pie. The American dream turns into a nightmare, because we don't have the right to stand up. We don't have a right to make decisions. We don't have a right to control, our kids. What happened to education? As forced mandates even enter the education system in schools. Students are not allowed to return to school, even after we shut down and kicked them out in the first place. How are you going to educate Americans? The youth, the future is completely being risked and thrown away, as so many students can't even return to school because of mandate restrictions. Parents who refuse to force their children to, take this shot. So what are we going to do? Are we going to stand here and take it? Are we going to get squeezed out of U.S. society? It's like the mark of the beast. You take the vaccine, you're cool. You can participate in life. You don't take the vaccine, you're ostracized. Get up out of here. You're un-American. Well, what do we got next? Because the economy is in the shit. Being flushed down the toilet. All strides are being made and then lost. Profits made then lost. As Walmart take it on the chin due to high theft and crime and the government's inability to pass strong laws to prevent, shoplifting. Shoplifting. So all of these things are happening at the same time. I got to fit it all into one show because, I can't break it all up. It's just too much. I can just do a show on vaccine mandates. Or I can do a show on just the economy. I can do a show on our rights in the Constitution, in the oath deniers. I can do a show on just shoplifting and the cost of, your profits. If you're Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Rouse. Come on, people. Why do I have to show you this? You should be able to see. The government lied to you for so long. Do I have to point out the lies that they told us about the UFOs? Oh, you just saw swamp gas. Or you saw a weather balloon. And then years later, oh, there's something up there. We don't know what it is. The fuck? How long you gonna lie to us and then come and tell us to do something and then we don't have a right to say no to you when you've lied to us for decades? Everything you said was a lie. The government spoon-fed us lies. Many, many years. So now we got a space force and we don't have a space shuttle. We have a government passing laws that infringe upon our rights as Americans. There's nobody that stands up for our rights. Not even our president, who's taken an oath to protect the rights of Americans. Even the constituents and the people who voted President Biden into office is completely ignored. And we hear rumors on how the Democrats are preparing for a great reset. How the economy is so bad and life in America is so bad, it's got to just start over. Just start over. How you gonna compete in the world market if you're America? If you laying off workers due to vaccine mandates? How you gonna compete on the world market in the economy against China and the Europeans if people are not working? And large companies are taking huge losses due to just simple shoplifting. Homeless people. All over. From all over the world. It's not just a California problem. It's not just a United States problem. Like I said, you see this reenacting all around the world. You see people being affected in the UK. Lives are being disrupted. All over Europe, people. So, what can we do? How can we, as human beings, survive this onslaught of evil? Ill intent. Because they have to be doing this on purpose. It's not a mistake, folks. Oh my God. Man, I need to take a quick break. I need to light me up one. Because I'm looking at this, these crawls across the screen. I'm looking at CNN Live, MSNBC, NBC, ABC, Fox. They all lie. Mainstream media cannot be relied upon for accurate information when it comes to, life. So it forces me to have to yell, scream, rant. Walking around my studio holding my mic. I can't sit down. I can't relax. I can't read from a file about, how beautiful it is to be an American. How wonderful it is. No, I gotta tell you that it fucking sucks. I don't have my rights. My kids don't have rights. We're the forgotten. How the fuck you forget us and we're standing in front of you? Oh my God. Anyway, it's the weekend. We're chilling. And I'm just getting the news across to you so you can have an idea of the state of the world. So take a few minutes and we'll be right back. I want to listen to some Chris Brown. You got some Chris Brown for me, man? I want to hear something.
Young Moolah, baby.
You thought it was over?
I wasn't born last night. I know these hoes ain't right. But you was blowing up her phone last night. But she ain't have a ring or not her ring on last night. Ooh, nigga, that's that nerve. Why give a bitch your heart when she rather have a purse? Why give a bitch an inch when she rather have 9? You know how the game goes. She be mine by halftime. I'm the shit. Ooh, nigga, that's that nerve. You all about her and she all about hers. Birdman Jr. and this bitch, no flamingos. And I done did every day but trust these hoes. See me fuck with.
When a rich nigga want you and your nigga can't do nothing for you. Oh, these hoes ain't loyal. Whoa, these hoes ain't loyal. Yeah, let me see. Just got rich. Took a broke nigga bitch. I can make a broke bitch rich, but I don't fuck with broke bitches. Got a white girl with some fake titties. I took her to the bay with me. Eyes closed, smoking marijuana. Rolling up that by Molly, I'm a rasta. She wanna do drugs, smoke weed, get drunk. She wanna see a nigga trap. She wanna fuck all the rappers. When a rich nigga want you, baby, and your nigga can't do nothing for you, nothing, no. These hoes ain't loyal, no they ain't. Whoa, these hoes ain't loyal. Yeah. Black girl with a big booty. If she a bad bitch, let's get to it right away. We up in this club, bring me the bottles. I know, girl, that you came in this bitch with your man. That's a no, girl. All this money in the air, I wanna see you dance. Just got rich. Took a broke nigga bitch. I can make a broke bitch rich, but I don't fuck with broke bitches. When a rich nigga want you, baby, and your nigga can't do nothing for you, no, nothing, no. These hoes ain't loyal, oh no. These hoes ain't loyal, yeah.
Her nigga fell in love, turned into a wussy. 24/7, he was eating that pussy. But these hoes ain't faithful. A nigga like me'll have your bitch on tape though. I been knowing not to trust these hoes. I get bread, get head, and fuck these hoes in that order. Don't switch it around. Relationships change, it's so different now. No high school sweetheart, these bitches pimping. All these opinions, women on women, licking them titties. Sex in the city, hella Instagram likes, but you ain't pretty, bitch.
Come on, girl, why you frontin'? Baby, show me something. When I call her, she gon' leave, and I bet that bottom dollar she gon' cheat. Come on, girl, why you frontin'? Baby, show me something. You done spent your bread on her, and it's all for nothing. When a rich nigga want you, baby, and your nigga can't do nothing for you. These hoes ain't loyal. Oh no. These hoes ain't loyal. Yeah. When a rich nigga want you, baby, and your nigga can't do nothing for you. Oh wow. These hoes ain't loyal. They been playing games. Yeah. These hoes ain't loyal. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah. Let me see.
Oh, yeah, it's the weekend. Yeah, it's the weekend and we loving it, man. Here in Los Angeles, California. Yes, you're listening to Dark Skies News and Information. And we're the fastest growing podcast just because we give you the real. we tell you the truth when everybody else is lying to you. Life is crazy. You know, it's not a box of chocolates. Now, if you will, I'm going to talk to you a little bit, people. You know, I'm going to talk to you about the snowball effect. I'm going to talk to you about, you know, the slippery slope. You know, I don't care what you call it. You know, this is the bullshit they did to us, right? You know, you got the mandates, and this is how they come across. Now, when the pandemic first started, you know, America said, go home. Go home. You know, shut your businesses down. It's a shutdown. Go home. Take your ass home. Everybody. Go home. You know, you're not going to have to work. We're going to give you money. You know, you don't have to open your business. We're going to give you money. You don't have to pay rent. You know, fuck your landlord. You know, you don't have to do that. Oh yeah, and landlords, you don't have a right to evict nobody. You know, motherfucker ain't paying his rent. Doesn't matter. Okay, that's the beginning, right? You know, it's a snowball effect. You know, it's a little tiny snowball at the top of a hill and it's rolling down. By the time it get down to the bottom, it's a goddamn avalanche. So, okay, they take your rights, you know, as a business owner, they shut your business down. They sent your employees home. As employees, they took your rights as, well, to make money, to feed your family, to pay your bills, to pay your rent. Okay, there you have it. It's the beginning. But that's the small people kind of overlook that shit. It's just going to be for 2 weeks, right? They lied. That shit went on forever. 2 weeks my ass. See, I don't have to have a photographic memory for this bullshit to remember that, you know, what happened. How they do this? How did they take over? Well, each government, you know, the governor of the state, you know, a state of prisons, you know, can make his own decision for the people of his state. Well, we lucky. We had Newsom. You know, the motherfucker that they recalled here, then he won the recall. Kind of weird shit, right? I don't understand how you can get so many motherfuckers to say, I don't like what he did, I don't like what he's doing, and I don't like what he planned to do. Recall this motherfucker, only to not get recalled. Because they cheated. They continue to cheat. But hold on. That's under the rug. That's not even in the snowball. You know, because we got Newsom is passing, you know, mask mandates. You know, you got to wear a mask. If you go to the store, you got to stand 6 feet apart. You can't go see your loved ones. You know, if your grandma died, no, you can't go see grandma. You can't go see mama. Everybody got to be in the house, but 6 feet away from each other. You can't be with another motherfucker from another house. What the fuck are you doing? You know, those are rights, right? Gone. But nobody really thought about that. Stay your ass at home and don't be around nobody. Kind of fucked up, but that's what they wanted, right? So that's what they got. Motherfuckers did this shit. 6 feet apart where you standing in line. Grocery store. 6 people at a time in the store. Remember all that shit? You can't open it unless you eat outside. The flies. Even though we don't have as many flies as the real universe. But anyway, I digress. Now think about it, people. We got all these things going at the same time. These are rights and all being taken. And nobody really tripping. You know, because it's a pandemic. You know, somebody might die. Fuck that. You ain't got no rights. You ain't got rights to eat indoors. You know, they telling us, you know, don't, you know, open your restaurant, you know, because, you know, it's dangerous and people might die. The fuck? They go eat at the French Laundry, some wine. You know, motherfuckers see him there. It's like, what the fuck going on here? You know, Nancy Pelosi, you know, they all just full of shit. You know, pulling their stocks out of the stock. Remember that? Like America don't, you know, break down because of the fears of this pandemic. Don't take all your money out of the stock market. You know, it having a negative effect on America's economy and growth. You know, don't worry. Everything is going to be okay. We're going to give you money while you're not working. You don't have to pay your rent. Keep your money in the stock market and, you know, and keep investing, you know, in America. And everybody's like, yeah, Nancy Pelosi, they're right. But fuck that, right? As soon as they got off the mic, them motherfuckers was taking their stocks out, selling their stocks. Why? Because they knew the shit was gonna go down. So leave your stocks in while I take mine out. Close your restaurant down while I'm eating at the French Laundry. You can't be serious. It's a snowball. It's a bigger snowball rolling down the hill. By the time it reaches the bottom, it's going to be an avalanche. Okay, you got to stay home. You got to close your business. You can't go see your loved ones. Can't be around people. You know, you got to social distance and wear a mask so a motherfucker can't see your face. God damn, that's a lot, but it seems like a little. You know, it's only supposed to be for 2 weeks, right? Bullshit. Well, you know, they believe in what they're saying because when you see them, they have masks on. No! Remember, Trump was walking around with no mask. All these guys was walking around with no mask. Oh, man. I gotta be lying, right? It's the mainstream media that's telling the truth. Wait a minute. They're part of the snowball. As these motherfuckers lit into Trump for his entire fucking presidential campaign, and even as he was running, to show that they were definitely one-sided. Didn't see nobody, like, you know, give an accurate news briefing. It was all fake news for 4 years. Fake story after fake story. I don't think they ever proved the Russian collusion. Now, I'm going to put that in the snowball. The Russian collusion and the goddamn lying-ass media and the fake stories, they got mad when you call them fake news. I mean, a reporter would be ready to fire on your ass. You could say, hey, I have fake news. Hey, what you say? What you just call me? You're a fake reporter. Fake news. You're walking up with fake stories about the president and, you know, you're not giving the world the real. Your unbiased attention. Unbiased opinion. I don't give your opinion, just give facts. Can't even do that. Now I give facts. Everything I'm saying fucking happened. Everybody know it. Everybody seen it. It happened to us. But it's not over. It's going to be so many more things that just continue to just get worse and worse and worse and worse. Tell you when you can open. Tell you when you can close. Tell you got to cover your face. Tell you who you can be with. Kick your kids out of school. That's part of the snowball. You know, they closed the schools down. What about religion? Don't go to church. Your church is shut down. Pandemic. What? Can't go to church? I thought it was a separation between church and state. No! No separation. The state walked in to tell the people to stop singing. No uplifting God today. The fuck? I mean, you can't be in church cussing, right? But I guess the government can. Shut this shit down. But the strip clubs can stay open. What kind of shit is this, man? Tell me where's the logic. Why do I have to point this out? Why? I'm telling y'all, man, we've been bamboozled, lied to. There's a corrupt system, and they know it. They tell us one thing, they do the other. You know, we're the unclean, unwashed. You know, you can't go to work, you can't open your business. And those who open your business, you're getting robbed blind here in California. So you got to deal with the shoplifting. Oh my God, it's just got to be horrible for any type of business owner, even large corporation like Walmart and Walgreens. You know, take it on the chin. You know, don't come to me talking about shoplifting. Ain't that shit insured? The insurance companies say, but that's still money. You know, we're paying for these motherfuckers to take all this shit. You know, is it the effort to rob the insurance companies? Oh my God. There's so much corruption. Backstabbing, lies, and fake stories, and fake news. How do I sift through it? Well, you come to Dark Skies News and Information and you hear the real. You know? Come get ostracized with us. Oh my God. Hey, my homegirl say we don't play nothing for the ladies that, you know, are DJs. Our ladies, I don't understand. But play something for the ladies so they don't feel like, you know, we in some type of gangster news place. I mean, it's not gangster news. This is Dark Skies Information. Even though our government is gangsters. Oh my God. Yeah, we'll be back. That's what I'm talking about. Turn that up.
much love to give. What you need is a man like me. Give you all the love you need. You don't have to be sad no more. Sad no more. Yes, he did, baby. Now when it comes to loving, you have nothing but me. You don't have to be afraid, baby. No. I know love has done you wrong. Love has done you wrong. Love has done you wrong. You must be strong. Oh, yeah. You don't trust in me. Trust me. Love should be, baby. Do you like it, baby? Do you like it? Yeah. So much love to give. Would you hold me tight? Love you, baby. Love can hurt, baby, sometimes. Don't you agree? Baby, I can be your pain, baby. I'm
Listening to Dark Skies, losing information. If you don't believe it or not. I'm your host, LC Graves, and as usual, we're recording live from Los Angeles, California, Long Beach, Watts, Compton, Inglewood, with the Union. And it's a beautiful thing, you know, when we can sit down and, you know, connect, share information. And, you know, I'm calmly trying to go through these narratives, you know, these monologues, as I try to give y'all real information, you know, in a timely fashion. Make sense of the senseless is what we do here. Dark Skies and News and Information. And we're the #1 podcast in the entire multiverse for a reason. As many are checking in just to find out the real, you know, what's just happening around us. What could happen. What's happened in the past. Because we cover all these things simultaneously. Because that's what we do. It's a talent that we have. And of course, I'm the people's champ, LC Graves, your host. But for real, we continue to move forward. We got Mikey Nikes, we got Jennifer Jeff, we got all the people that continue to, you know, support this show and, you know, give us valuable information. You know, we got the leader, AV. Thank you, my brother, for all the support and love that you not just get a show, but give the world. Because that's what the world needs right now, a little love. The world needs a hug, people. You know, just like a worldwide hug. But before you hug, you still need to know why we're so mad, why we're suffering. You know, what's really going on in the mind of our so-called leaders and the people who are, basically voted into place, and then they take their oath, to protect our rights and, and represent us. But no representation, because at this point, we're in a snowball effect, right? You got, all the businesses shut down. You got all of these different places saying that, we're going to have to cut it out for right now. And I'm talking about school, church, a lot of businesses. Yeah, y'all got to just calm down, shut down, it's dangerous. But wait, there's more. Because, the pandemic, brought about new things, between, the U.S. citizen and its government, because it was still some workers during the pandemic and the shutdown. It was said that we need, a few of us to keep the economy going, to work in these stores and, to, work in these hospitals and all of these different, locations like the airlines and, the police force. Shit, I could tell those businesses that were considered essential, right? The grocery stores. People needed to get toilet paper. Those lines. And it probably wouldn't have been that long if everybody wasn't 6 feet away from each other. That means 3 motherfuckers in line, you got 666. Oh my God. 666. Oh my God. I don't believe it. 3 motherfuckers in line, you got 666. 6 feet away, motherfuckers. 6 feet away. No social distance. I'm trying to tell you. But, y'all taking too long to catch up. So, I'm about to throw some more, food in the water, to get the fish to come up to the top. Listen, people. Listen. I'm trying to tell you the truth. You got to shut down, and then you got something that they call an essential worker, because it was too essential for your business to shut down, so we're going to need you to work. And this is what they tell us. If you work, it's a high probability that you might die from this virus. You'll be considered heroes because, you worked in a time of need. American, doctors and pilots and stewardesses and, grocery store workers, American heroes, because they're working during the pandemic and they're taking a chance with their life. They could die. They could die. But they're going to risk their lives to continue working. Their jobs are essential. Security guards. We need y'all. We need you to keep working, people. At the risk of your life. You did. Held as heroes. Heroes of the United States. Americans put their lives on the line during the pandemic, could have died, continue working. Remember that? But it's the snowball effect. Because now you're getting something new. You get something new between the American people and its government. When the government said, you know what, y'all can, go back to work and open a business, but only if you do this. That's what you call a restriction. A restriction. A restriction that's going to tell you that, okay, you can open your job, but you need to do this and this and that. And your patrons need to do this and that. I know you're a restaurant, but do you have an outside section built in front of the store where the homeless be sleeping at night? Because that's where your customers have to eat. That's a restriction. You can open your business, but you need to do this. So that's a restriction. Americans accepted restrictions. Then there was like, you might need to wear that mask all the time. It's a mandate. Can't say no now. Some people walk in and say, yeah, it's up to me. No, it ain't. You put your mask on. Man, trying to kiss, but put your mask on. Matter of fact, while you 6 feet, get back from her. I'm telling you, man, the government is crazy. Now, Americans accepted restrictions from their government. These are restrictions for the right to open your business. Restrictions on your right to work, to feed your families, the schools. Then, they slowly open the stuff up with restrictions. You know, and people was accepting it because they just wanted to get back open and try to get everything back to normal. But no, now you got, you know, if we're going to get out of this, you know, in places like, if we get herd immunity, you know, for the natural people who got it and survived and got antibodies, then we got, you know, a portion of the, you know, population that's vaccinated, then you get, you know, herd immunity. And everybody's like, yeah, herd immunity. You know, shit is over. Yeah, herd immunity. Yeah. Then they came back like, we want everybody to get vaccinated. Man, wait, what? We want everybody to get vaccinated. Nah, man, I'm cool. You said herd immunity. Like I said, now I'm saying vaccination. Like what? Now I'm saying vaccination. Now the government walking in with their chest out. You know, they bigger than you now. They tough. You know, at first, you know, you was the big dog in your house. You know, now they're in your bedroom saying, hey man, get your hand off her booty. she vaccinated? I'm telling you, man, you can't do nothing without the government sticking their nose in because they're big and in charge. You know, so they come back and say, you know, at first, you know, we said herd immunity. Matter of fact, they don't even have to say that. They just say, got to get vaccinated. You know? They say, like, it sounds like you telling me to. You're like, I am. Matter of fact, it's mandated. It's mandated, motherfucker. Everybody in here get vaccinated right now. And that's how it seems. It's like, you know, wait a minute. You know, you're getting bigger and bigger. You know, this is turning into an avalanche. You know, this is getting crazy. You know, you're in church, I'm like, hey, y'all can be in here, but you can't be singing. Ask the churches, am I lying? It was restrictions on the choir. I mean, I've been to a lot of churches. You know, I was raised in a church, I'm Baptist. You know, been to church up, you know, here in the West. It was beautiful singing in the choir, all the way down south, in places in Georgia. You know, some beautiful singing. You know, as a matter of fact, I always found the most inspirational singing that you get, like, you know, in human history that I've experienced in my lifetime is in a church. You know, I'll sit there and I hear them sing in the choir, and oh my God, the voices is beautiful. The way they oh my voice can do something to you as it vibrate, you know, through your body. It's beautiful. I used to hear like beautiful solos or beautiful groups or, oh my God, some choir. I mean, people have pride in the choir, and the government running, y'all can't sing today. Matter of fact, why so many of y'all up in here? You know, hey, you don't have no rights no more. You know, ain't no freedom of religion. What's that? You know, ain't no freedom to gather, you know, to see your loved ones. Like, nah, man, you might love her, but you can't see her. You know, every time you try to do something, you know, the government is that dude that's just right there telling you can't. It's like, I'm finna go to the club. Like, what club, man? I shut that shit down. Like, what? Yeah, man, ain't no club, man. I shut that shit down. Like, you know, you can't do nothing. You can't do nothing. You know, you can't fly on a plane, right? You're ready to take your mask off and everybody on the plane be ready to fuck you up. You know? People getting duct taped and there's all kinds of stuff, man. It's just ridiculous, man, how rights have just gone out of the, you know, window, and we're living in a world of lunacy. You know? Yeah, shoplifters saying, you can't stop me. What you doing? And they're right. What kind of world do we live in when a motherfucker could come in, steal your shit, and you try to stop him, and he literally tell you that you can't stop him? You know, you be like, I'm gonna call the police. Call the police. Because he know, and you know, that the operator is not going to send you no police. Because the first thing they start asking you, and because I done called the police a gang of times, not because I'm a police caller, but because I be in situations where, you know, I have to, you know, do something to keep myself from doing something. But anyway, you know, you call the police, right? And the police, the operator, not the police, the operator be like, well, is he threatening right now? Does he have a weapon? Is he up on you? Is he raping you? I mean, they go through a whole bunch of questions, and you know, just to find out if he's a homeless person or not. They just want to hear you say homeless. What he look like? Is he unhoused? I don't know about his home. His home situation. I don't know. This motherfucker, he commit the crimes to the police. They do whatever they can to keep you from, you know. Just tell me that they're homeless, so I'm not gonna send nobody. I mean, and you can hear it in their voice. They try to find out if you're homeless or not, because they don't police the homeless. You know, like this motherfucker in here, and he got a machete. They're like, has he cut anybody? Is he attacking? Is he threatening? Like he has a motherfucking machete in a grocery store. Yeah, I don't know. You know, there's been times where a person could just think that we've slipped into insanity. And I try to point these things out because the mainstream media seems to be lost and unable to, you know, come to a realization that, you know, there's something incredible that's happening around us. You know, our rights are being completely demolished. The U.S. Constitution does not exist. You know, we got U.S. government workers, you know, not banging America no more. You know, you got unions, you got big corporations trying to stand behind the president, but they're like, man, this is unconstitutional. I mean, ain't nobody in the room with Biden to tell him like shit like that. You're like, Biden just do shit like on the willy-nilly. But for real, ain't nobody be like, hey, man, that's unconstitutional, man. You're like, and you're like, what constitutions? Ain't no constitution. You know, the government is a bully. You know, they're in your pockets. You know, if you're a landlord, they're in your pockets because you can't collect, you know, like rent. And, you know, in your pockets, you know, people, even if they're giving you money, that, you know, you probably could be making more money if, you know, had more hours available and your business wasn't shut down. Like I'm a bartender, but, you know, the bar shut down. So being a bartender is useless. So everybody do what they say, and still you don't get nothing. You don't get, you know, it never ends. You know, first it's herd immunity, there's no herd immunity. You know, I sat there and watched them here in California scare us. They said, oh my God, so many people would die during this pandemic that we're going to need a ship to ship the bodies out. So they said they're like a government ship. You know, everybody's like, oh my God, this is real. And at the same time, you know, there's a bunch of protests going on. I know y'all forgot about that. I didn't. You know, we losing information, you know, because I have a house. I go back and look at what was going on during that. But it was protests. You know, remember the killing of black men by police? Yeah, a lot of that was going on. Then you had, you know, people out in the streets and protesting, and police violence and, you know, rubber bullets and all kinds of crazy shit, looting. But, you know, nobody, yeah, okay, we're not going to talk about that, I guess. I guess that part didn't happen. I'm telling you, all hell is broken loose. Shit has been fucked up. Nobody agrees with nobody. And then the people who are rolling with Biden, like rolling with their head down, they're like, oh, man. Because you know Biden tripping. You know, he up there talking about some weird shit, and you thinking that, like, he's just supposed to say hello. And he up there, it's a mandate. This is a mandate. Get vaccinated. I'm like, didn't you say during your campaign that you would never force vaccinations? You know, so you told your constituents that and you got voted in, and then as soon as you got in, you mandated vaccines. You did the opposite of what you said you was going to, because I covered your campaign. I don't know if the real media did, because I don't even know if anybody talks about this. You know, but I talk about it. You know, Biden, when he was running for president, said from his own mouth, I would never mandate the vaccine. And then he, first thing he had, is mandated. It's mandated. It's like he's a different person. You know, he on the mic talking about, you know, President Harris. I'm like, who? I'm like, okay, man. You know, he forget people's names of leaders. You know, these are the people that you're supposed to be competing against, and you don't even know this cat's name, but you gonna give him, like, oh my. Okay, so the guy down under in Australia, at least I believe that's the dude down under, you know, But we all argue here that it also could be Satan. You know, 'cause I don't know the guy down under. You know, but you know, you broker in deals though, right, with Australia and don't even know the leader's name. And he often forget people's names. You know, he just sit there and he's like, hey, yeah, that guy over there. Or that guy over there that runs that outfit. I'm like, what, the CIA? What the fuck? I don't know. Like, what are you talking about, man? It's like he's talking and he understands himself, but nobody else do. Reporters be trying to help him and, you know, guide him along. Oh my God. And the reporters are so kind to him. They never do Trump like that. Let Trump fumble and stumble through some word. They were like, what? What you just say? Motherfuckers are challenging Trump like, you know, like the reporters, like they're ready to, you know, go head up with the president. But no, Biden, he can fumble through words, fuck up with other world leaders. You know, I don't know if y'all heard about the Russians saying they caught a U.S. sub or whatever, some shit over there in the area, in their domain. They walk that motherfucker out. You know. Now that's a story that should be embarrassing to America when you get caught by some Russians, you know, in their hood, and they walk you up out their hood. It don't even make the news stories. I may have heard it on like a news briefing on KFI or some shit like that. I don't know nobody who actually covered it. Like what the fuck was they doing over there? How you get caught by the Russians in their shit and then get embarrassingly walked out before you get sunk. But this is the state that we in right now. It's embarrassing. You know, our media is embarrassing. Our government is embarrassing. The laws that they create are embarrassing. And at the same time, we got fucked up climate. We got fucked up laws. We got a gang of crime. And everything that has anything to do with American dream is non-existent. So on that note, we're going to call it a day. I'm your host, LC Grace. You had Mike and Ice, you had Jim, Jennifer, Jeff, you got Dark Skies News and Information coming to you live from Los Angeles, California. Like I said, from the Bay to LA. What's up, San Jose? See you in the house. Phoenix, Arizona. And my friends down in Phoenix too, I want y'all to know if y'all missed the show live, you can also download the show. Because we're on, iHeartRadio, Spotify, you name it. We are all over. So if you just look, you'll find us. But until we meet again. Oh my God. All eyes open, people. Let's be strong because, you know, this is like a war. It's a spiritual war. It's a war for your spirit, your heart, your mind. You know, we have a right to exist. We have rights. Starting right there. So right now we're under an avalanche of evil, and this is the type of evil that even as Americans we've never faced. I mean, it's never been a force so powerful that it just removed the rights of Americans and left some of us out to hang. Remember, at the beginning of the pandemic, we were heroes. Now we're un-American, ostracized, rightless. Well, the power was supposed to be with the people. And the government is full of government servants who's supposed to serve the people. Well, I'm here to set that right. I'm your host, Elsie Graves. This is Dark Skies News and Information, and we're stronger than them. God bless. And see you soon. I'm out.